Hello everybody, it's Stephen Howson. This is Sam Homewood. This is the Worn Down podcast. Sponsored by BetBull, so make sure you check all the links out below. Full-time Devils are trying to catch me up on BetBull, actually, but I believe they're about 200 off me, so let's not make it happen. I'm only on about 218, so I think I'm probably safe for the end of the season.
Good luck.
But, just in case, you know, there'll be some bets that we're sticking on. We're going to try and do some mad shit for the game on Wednesday. Some really unpredictable madness, I think.
Flaney hat-trick.
Not that unpredictable madness, but I do think he's going to start.
Yep.
And before we get into it, right, I'm wearing a Mike Tyson t-shirt and it's got an American flag on the arm.
Yep.
Sam has just said to me, why have you got an American flag on a Mike Tyson shirt?
It seemed like a reasonable question.
Isn't he British?
Well, you said why. Why wouldn't he be? He's American. I said, is he? I thought he was British. But I'm glad he's not.
He must be like in the top 10 most famous people alive.
No, there's a list. I bet he isn't.
Right, who's the most famous person alive then?
Jesus.
He's not alive.
A lot of people argue with you. Those weird ones.
I'm going to say David Beckham's the most famous person in the world.
Yeah, I think he's the most recognisable.
And then I'm going to say Obama and Trump.
Taylor Swift, maybe?
Probably Taylor Swift, although she could walk past me in the street and I wouldn't have a fucking clue.
Katy Perry is the most followed person on Twitter, and Selena Gomez
so
is the biggest on Instagram.
We get both of them in the mixer, and I think then probably Kim Kardashian.
Cristiano Ronaldo, biggest on Facebook. Shakira.
Yeah. I'm sure Mike Tyson enters this list at some stage.
I don't know well, at some stage,
probably
I'm not sure in
the
10.
Greatest heavyweight of all time at his peak.
What about Muhammad Ali?
I think Muhammad Ali lasts about a round and a half.
What about Rocky?
Was a fictional character.
He was good though, wasn't he?
He was very good.
Did you see him fight those meat corpses?
How good is Rocky Balboa film, actually?
I watched them all, I think 2 years ago. I just sat and watched them all with my mate. It was amazing, because we haven't seen them all.
When they start doing the flashbacks as well, you feel like you've known them. And
so good.
You know, because you've seen... Did you ever like watch them in the 90s and stuff as a kid?
No, I did. Well, kind of, but not really. Not like enough to be like, right, I know exactly what's going on. I followed all the storylines. It'd just be like on ITV2, so it'd be like, just stick it on halfway in. Who's this bloke shouting? No, that's Mick. Like, and just sort of working it out as it's going along. Whereas we properly sat and committed to, I think we did it in like 8 weeks, just watch all the films. And then when it finished, about 6 months later, Creed came out. So we went and watched that.
Creed was very good.
That was great. I'm assuming there's a Creed 2 at some point.
Gotta be. There's no way that they're just letting this series down.
I'm really concerned they're going to kill him off in Creed 2. And then they'll allow Creed to be its own thing. That's what I think will happen.
Kill Rocky off?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Well, he's not. He can't do it forever, and because the character's so
he
big.
He came back and fought at 60. So.
He did, but he'll want. I think he'll want an end to the character if the films continue, not just like, well, we'll just leave it there. He can conclude.
And just leave him out of his life.
Exactly. He can conclude the story by killing him off in one of the films.
And then I wonder if Ivan Drago comes back and trains him, because Dolph Lundgren needs that cash.
Well, he needs something to do.
It's basically it's like
yeah.
Expendables calls him, or the phone don't ring.
I've still not forgiven him for killing Apollo. It was a friendly fight.
I mean, I think
wasn't necessary.
You've got to look at. Is it Doc, the other guy in the corner?
Oh yeah, I know. You're talking
Throw the dance out.
Yeah.
That guy.
He's someone different. Do you know who's in Creed? The guy from the guy who's in Remember the Titans.
I haven't seen Remember the Titans.
Oh my God! Call yourself a Mike Tyson fan. It's got nothing to do with Mike Tyson, but it's so good.
There's
it's like the best film
right now going. We are 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they talking about?
Well, it doesn't matter. Watch Remember the Titans. It's honestly, it's brilliant.
That's a Denzel Washington film.
Yeah, Denzel Washington is in it.
I like Denzel Washington. I think that's a universal truth. Actually, I think everybody. I don't think there's anyone going. I'm not.
Ryan Gosling's in it.
Film. He's a handsome man.
He's a very handsome man. So that's something.
I don't think there's anybody alive that goes. Who's in it? Denzel Washington.
Nah, not for me.
I think I'll pass.
It's really good. It is great. I love it.
All right. Anyway, let's talk about fucking football. That's what we're here to talk about, isn't it? So.
Yep.
American
football.
Not American.
Well, that's what Remember the Titans is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. United season's almost at an end.
Yeah, pretty much one game, and the whole season, everything we've done up to this point is completely redundant because it's all the whole success and failure of all of that.
Meant fuck all.
Yeah, it just comes down to this one. It's
Hollywood
like
as
everything.
Fuck,
yeah, it is.
Hollywood as fuck.
It's proper John Terry.
Can we talk about that?
What?
Well, we can because I'm in charge. So,
yeah.
apparently it was his idea.
Of course it was. Do you know? Of
course it was.
The worst thing about it is that they got Sunderland to kick the ball out of play. They didn't
do
it themselves.
Yeah.
Like, if that was me, I'm never kicking that out of play because that's a disgrace. That's like
I'm taking that to the corner flag.
Yeah.
I'm going fight me. Fuck you.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait till they're pointing and shouting at me, and I'm gonna score. That'll teach them because they would have gone, kick it out, mate, kick it out.
And you're like, yeah. I'm just walking over.
I'll just walk out
through his legs and
smash that in.
Oh my God!
It was so ridiculous.
Basically, what John Terry asked Chelsea to do was, I want you to waste a sub.
Yeah.
I want you to completely halt a game for, it was 2 minutes 19 seconds if you're interested.
Everyone should be booked.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And he cried as well coming off the pitch still.
Did. Also, I'm pretty sure...
I've never seen a man cry as much in my life.
He loves crying. I'm pretty sure that Gary Cahill has played more Premier League games than John Terry.
What a start. Unfortunately, we're filming on my phone. So
I've got mine though. I can check. I'll check. You give your opinion and I'll check. But I think that's right.
I'll be surprised. I think John Terry's played a hell of a lot. He's not really had many injuries, has he?
No, but Gary Cahill's done a lot of football too. More than you might imagine.
He did a lot at Bolton, didn't he?
Right. According to Wikipedia...
You have to go to the career stats one because the top one's bogus. No, you just fuck yourself. Keep going. Oh, now you're on Bolton Wanderers.
How's that happened?
No, go that way.
Which way?
That way. No.
Oh, that's the other way. It says one thing and goes another. We're going to get there.
You want career stats.
Okay, right. So he has played in total, what's that? So that's 362 Premier League games?
Yeah, John Terry's played more than that. That's 10 seasons.
My guess is, but I'm sure I saw that somewhere. I saw it online somewhere.
Oh, so it must have been true.
Well, that's how the internet works, it's my understanding.
Oh, do you know the amount of fucking muppets that have had tweeting me about Angel Gomez being Nanny's cousin? He's not Nanny's cousin. I don't know how else to describe that to everybody. They're not cousins. This is godfather. I think I read somewhere, someone said it started because in Portugal there's a thing about close family members are all considered cousins and uncles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like you have uncles growing up that are no fucking relation to you. Oh, is my uncle fucking whatever.
John Terry has definitely played more.
So. Oh, there we go. Some stats with Sam Homewood.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking absolutely disproved in 37 seconds. It was his idea.
Yeah.
To have a guard of honour on your last game. Why do you need a guard of honour? Why can't you play the game and then do a lap of honour? Like a normal fucking person.
What would have been really good is if he'd had a proper sensible squad number, like a proper centre back, and been number 5, and they'd have got rid of him after 5 minutes. That'd have been super.
Or 4.
Yeah, how ridiculous would that have been? What would you? Could you do that with a goalkeeper?
I've seen loads of people pulling themselves off as well, saying the greatest centre back of the Premier League era. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Let's all calm down.
Yeah, I think Rio Ferdinand's got a lot to say about that.
Yeah,
a lot to say about that. Ridiculous man.
Yeah,
I mean, not. I can understand coming on the pitch, right? The whole full kit wanker thing's quite funny, and I love that it always gets compared to what Keane and Scholes did when they just came on in the suits.
Yeah.
And Paul Scholes says that he's only won the Champions League once, which I think is fucking brilliant because John Terry couldn't fucking wait to be jumping up and down. It wasn't the fact that he wore a kit; it was the fact he put the shin pads in.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. Well, compare it to like Wayne Rooney yesterday.
Probably.
Probably his last game, and he's won more at United than John Terry's won at Chelsea. I think.
By magnitude.
Yeah. So and off he goes. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't make a fuss. Record goal scorer. Doesn't demand anything.
He had a great guard of honour on the 10th minute, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He just clapped quietly and left the pitch.
Brought his kids on at the end.
The club is bigger than he is. The game is bigger than he is, and you just move on. And that's
I'd give Rooney a lot of shit, but if that was his last game at Old Trafford, he handled that fucking really classily. And if you look at all of the legends that ultimately have left, Ryan Giggs' last one was away, wasn't it? He didn't even bring himself. I know his last game was
against Hull. Okay, at home. Yeah, when he was.
And he didn't even say this is my last game.
He just said it might be. He just brought himself off the bench, scored. Well, he hit a free kick that got saved, and that's about it. Well, should have scored, but there was a handball. We didn't get the penalty. I'm still annoyed about that. So
I'm just trying to think of other serious legends that I put ahead of him.
With Wayne Rooney as an example, I think there's a lot of criticism levelled on Wayne Rooney for his time off the pitch and so on, and people will call him greedy and so on. But I still think, even in his darkest moments, he is an incredibly selfless footballer. On the pitch, yes. Endlessly sacrificing for his team.
That whole sacrificing for the team. The manager tells you...
No, but what I mean is, he's not someone who demands he takes all the penalties. He doesn't demand to take the free kicks. He does seem to encourage people. He doesn't look to make headlines about him.
There's clearly two different Wayne Rooneys. There's the Wayne Rooney that the public is allowed to see, and there's the Wayne Rooney that the players know. Because I chat to quite a few of the young lads, and the young lads all... Because I said to them, what do you think about Wayne Rooney? In fact, we were sat in here with one of the lads who didn't get on yesterday.
I see.
I think that's pretty easy to work out. I'm not going to say this, but one of the lads who didn't get on yesterday.
Fellaini.
And he said to me, it completely rinsed me, but it was funny as fuck when he said it. He was, so is Wayne Rooney a United legend then, or what? And I was like, you obviously follow us.
To be fair, what he does, if you judge Wayne Rooney just exclusively on what he's done on the football pitch, has been extraordinary.
Yeah. I think you can say that. And what I'd said to him is, I said, I think there's a question mark because it's not set in stone. You'll find so many different opinions on it. And I said, you tell me what he's like with you lads, though, because it seems like all of the players love the guy. Like he mixes well with the likes of Charlton and Fergie and the older crowd and Robbo, and then he seems to be well liked in the dressing room. And what's he like with the young lads? And they said he's great. He goes, he's always there if you need finger. You know, England captain, United captain.
Well, he's being filmed, though, wasn't he? He's not going to go. Well,
no, it wasn't being filmed.
Oh, was he not? Oh no.
No, we didn't do anything. And that's what people don't fucking know, you know. Like we just come in here and just chill for a bit and
have a nice time.
We just get to know him. Yeah.
Play on the GameCube.
Yeah, we did actually. We had a quick game of FIFA. I lost twice.
Good.
I'm shit. Everybody knows I'm pretty shit at FIFA anyway. But yeah, so he said he was good with him, and I think there's clearly two sides of Wayne Rooney, and he's never allowed himself to come out. But there's also aspects of some footballers that take to the fans. I think you could say Ander Herrera's really took to the fans. Pictured yesterday reading a Red News fanzine in the crowd. Yeah. He takes Manchester United seriously, and it feels like it. And the things he said, he did that video with Unscripted maybe a month ago or so, where he says, the first time I played at Old Trafford, I knew I wanted to play here full time. It might be bullshit, but he's playing the game at least. It doesn't feel like it's bullshit, but even if he's not, Rooney's paid enough that he could employ, and someone would probably do it for free. Like, give me an intern, right? And just after every game, just tweet, well done, or thanks, or something.
Yeah.
I mean, here's an example. Yesterday, Jesse Lingard plays the first half. He does the little shit that he has to do. He walks out of the ground, puts a couple of grand behind a bar in hotel football, does autographs, selfies, does a fucking fan cam, and then gets off. That shows the fans how much that we mean to Jesse Lingard. You don't get that from the club captain. And I think, yes, maybe some people judge him purely on the football field, and that's why they say, the fucking guy's obviously a legend. And I get that. And then you get people who go, he never connected with the fans. And you get people who say, he handed in the transfer request. Now, I actually found out that Dennis Law handed in a transfer request. Now, people are going to go, obviously he went and played for City.
And he relegated us.
He didn't relegate us.
So I just thought it'd be
and the way he went in and played for City, I always excused because, you know, my granddad and my dad are like, it was a different time.
A bit like Schmeichel.
When you finish playing, like Schmeichel, when you finish playing back in the 60s and 70s, you either had to carry on playing as long as you could because you needed the money, and then you went and had a pub, and that was the rules, essentially. So when he went and left to go to City, it wasn't because he was doing what Rooney would have done, which was probably magnitudes worse, because essentially Rooney doesn't need to do a fucking goddamn thing, and probably his kids don't need to do a goddamn thing with the amount of cash that he's made. So I always sort of forgave Dennis Law for the move into City after United thing on that basis. But I also found out that in 67 or 68, he handed in a transfer request, like a proper transfer request, demanding more money. And I was like, this is fucking news to me. I didn't know this. This is why I was having like grandparents that are fucking in the mix with United and that. And he goes, he thought he'd try it on. Well, Busby was away on fucking club business with Jimmy Murphy. So he goes into Jimmy Murphy and goes, I want more money or I'm going, essentially. And you're like, that kind of changes my fucking thought on Law, although again, still at a time when money wasn't exactly
I think though,
what it is now.
Even if he did, and even if he didn't, and the same with Rooney, is that it's difficult now because footballers earn, Wayne Rooney earns so much money, but we are fans of Manchester United, and so our emotional relationship to the club is automatically different to his anyway. Yeah. And this is his job. Everybody is entitled to try and earn as much money as they can out of their job. Even if you earn already a fortune, you're still going to want to earn more. Like, that's just the nature of humans.
Well, I think if you get offered a pay rise, you could be like,
yeah,
if I get offered one, I'm like,
you're never going to go like, nah, less if anything. You're just going to.
And actually, Rooney did take a pay cut. Do you when he got the pay rise, and everyone's like, now he's on 300 grand a week. He actually got a basic cut. But he earns more in the image rise, so he pays less tax.
It just got handled very badly, and I guess I don't know how much was that his agent or how much of that was him.
Well, I do think Stretford's an absolute bellend. Well, either way, I'll finish the Dennis Law thing. So, he goes into Jimmy Murphy and he's like, I want more money or I'm fucking off. Yeah. So Jimmy Murphy's like, well, I can't fucking. He phones Matt Busby up and he's like, Dennis Law says he wants more money or he's off. Matt Busby, how fucking cool is Matt Busby? He goes, I tell him he's off then. So he goes back and he goes, boss says, enjoy your trip or whatever. And he goes, all right, okay. And he rescinded his little fucking transfer request.
That's really funny. Classic Dennis Law.
Classic Matt Busby by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
But I forgive Rooney for both of the transfer requests. The first one because he questioned the club's ambition.
Yeah.
And we all did. So I got no problem with that. Yeah. The second one was Fergie was quite clearly, and I've also been told that was the whole fucking plan, was Rooney was meant to leave when Fergie did.
Yeah, clearly. But
so Fergie was setting that up. Like, can you imagine the working environment if your boss, who is Fergie, is basically like dropping you, chatting shit, saying
but is that because he saw this decline that we've had over the last 4 years? Yeah. Because he bought in Kagawa and he bought in Van Persie, and I think he was trying to find already replacements. Whether they could do it or not is...
Kagawa was told he was Wayne Rooney's replacement.
Yeah, and he didn't do it, did he? But Wayne Rooney, I don't know, worked harder. But ultimately, I think Wayne Rooney
came in.
Yeah, and got really excited.
Got told the plan.
Yeah.
And went, David Moyes, me.
Yeah.
I know better.
And he also went, Nani is the greatest player I've ever seen. Give that man a 5-year contract. And then within a month, sent him out on loan. That's a bad idea, wasn't it, bringing in David Moyes?
God, Moyes was a fucking lunatic, wasn't he?
Well, it's just a stupid thing to do. Why? Because the levels are so different. He's been like watching Leon Osman, and then he turns up and sees Nani and goes, Jesus Christ, this guy is incredible. No wonder he gave him a 5-year contract. Never seen anything like it.
Nani is one of the most frustrating fucking players as well, and not King Angel Gomez's cousin. But can we say all the physical attributes that you could want? How many people do you know can do standing backflips?
Not many people.
Yeah, I'm going to say none.
No, I don't think I know anyone. I haven't asked them all though. I mean,
the ability to go past a man, the agility that he had, the speed, the pace, the flair that he had.
Player of the Year in what, 2011, I think? 2011? Was it? Was he there? 1 year he was Player of the Year.
He had, I mean, he was strong as well, but he had that Neymar thing about him where you brush past him and he fucking hit the deck like he's just been knifed.
Yeah.
I can't stomach that. I mean, Ronaldo got rid of that, didn't he? I think Rio has a good story about they just used to kick him in training. Like, stop doing it. Bang.
Well, it's the way to do it, isn't it?
I guess so, yeah. It's a fucking horrible part of the game, I think, anyway. Isn't it? But anyway, back to our season.
Oh, yeah.
Over the whole course of this year, what's impressed you and what's depressed you?
That's a good question. I like that a lot. Mourinho, I'm going to answer it in reverse, because Mourinho has... I don't know if he's depressed me or not, really. The football has in the second half of the season, because I think all of our best players are attacking players, and we've focused on defence a lot, and they're our worst players to an extent, not entirely, but I think the style of play, which is perhaps allow the other team the ball a bit more to attack us.
Certainly in the bigger games, because that's not been the case in the smaller games. In the smaller games, it's been very like Van Gaal.
Yeah, and we've endlessly had and we've endlessly had chances to score. That's been the worst thing, the lack of goal scoring, and the impressive thing has been the times we have scored. I suppose it's been such a sort of fine. It's just been fine. Like all the signings have been really good, but like when Pogba hasn't played, we've looked so much worse than when he has played. We've got no plan B to that, and I think that needs to be addressed in the summer transfer window. Whatever we do, like even yesterday, I don't know if I can say yesterday.
Yeah, because it's going out today.
Oh, great! But even yesterday, in that second half, I know it was already 2-0. When Pogba comes off, we instantly are a lot less conscious of our options going forward.
Well, look at his assist yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Who else in that team? Let's be serious. Who else in that team has got an outside of the foot, 35-yard pass that goes round the back of a defender?
Well, Fellaini wasn't even in the squad, so. I think I really like Fellaini now. I think I've gone full circle. I think he can't annoy me any more than he ever has. I don't think it can be worse than like coming on and giving away that penalty to Everton, or coming on for like the last 30 seconds and being offside every time the ball comes near. So now I just think like good, but I'd like better options.
1 minute. What are we going? 15.
I'd like us to buy Verratti or somebody.
Apparently we need to wrap it up because we're just going back to do our full-time Devils thing now. So,
yeah, that'd be nice. I've liked it.
I'm going to leave you on this. Give me a little bit of a prediction and how you think it's all going to go for Wednesday night. Because like we said, our season hinges on this.
Yeah, but I thought we were going to win the league. So
did I.
My predictions aren't worth much. 6th is rubbish, isn't it? Let's win on Wednesday and then we can end it and say, well, won the quadruple. The Groundsman Award. the Community Shield, the League Cup, and the Europa League. The greatest,
that goes straight in the museum, doesn't it?
The greatest quadruple in history. What would be great is someone will potentially clip that and think I'm being serious. Yeah, I don't know. I think Mourinho knows how to win finals. I think he'll go out and he'll get the job done. I think Ajax will be really super excited, and I think they'll really go for us. And I think they might cause us problems. I'm one of these people that still thinks it's odd that Romero's going to play, despite the fact that he's a very good goalkeeper. I still think it's strange not to play the better goalkeeper in the biggest game we've got.
The game's undoubtedly better, but I like that Mourinho's been so faithful with him.
Yeah, sure, I get all of that. I do. I totally respect all of that. If we come fourth...
But we're hanging on.
Yeah, the whole season comes down to this.
And he's like, no, I said I'd play him.
Yeah, I said I'd play him. So even if... Because he will save most things, I'm sure. But David De Gea saves things that no one else saves. Occasionally he'll just somehow get to the top corner.
To a fuck up from a Romero.
Well, yeah, but even if it doesn't, even if say they win because someone's put the ball in the top corner, you're always going to think they might have got that. Because he does sometimes just seem to come out of nowhere and pluck one out of the top corner. And you think...
With the wrong technique as well, goalkeeping coach.
Yeah, because he goes with the wrong arm.
He goes with the high arm rather than the low arm.
And you see it happen, and you think no one else is saving that. So if that happens, you're always going to think, well, he might have saved that. And Romero is really good. I'm not having a go at him. I just think for this game, that is slightly mad. The last line of defence, to put in one that is slightly not as great as the one you've got, that is ludicrously great.
Call it. Are we playing Champions League football next year?
Yeah.
We
confident.
are.
Yeah.
Jose's record in finals is 11 wins, 2 losses out of 13.
Perfect.
Well, it's not perfect.
Yeah, but if it was all wins, you know it's going to... It's like how he'd never lost to Wenger in the Premier League and then he lost the other day. You don't want a record that's untarnished because they always end.
Fair enough. Right, thank you for watching. Go and give Sam a follow. Make sure you follow us on BetBull. Shit, man, this is...
Yeah.
It's a massive game. It feels big for the future of the club, this game.
Yeah. No one wants to be signing those B lists, do they?
No. Right.
The B list.
Fuck off. See you in a bit.
That was nice. I enjoyed that.